when I started my initiative, which is purely a social initiative for giving the livelihood to the rural youth. I have traveled quite a lot in the rural area in my earlier days. And what surprising was, and we also got an opportunity to look at the report, mapping of the human resources in Nashik, Pune and Mumbai. It was stating, it was a CIA report, it stated that there is 80% dropout ratio even after 12, not only in rural areas, even in cities like Pune, Mumbai and Nashik. That was a really alarming. This is the report in 2011, I'm saying. So that time we were, three of us, we came together and said that let's do something. And we were fortunate enough to get an area which is a construction area, which is year on year growth 15%. L&T, madam is sitting here, she understands the entire space. And one of the peculiar thing, which is still not as a standard in India, which is a plumbing area. I am surprised that I am a software guy. I worked in software for quite a long time. I am retired now. And I go and take a lecture on software in plumbing, in the engineering colleges. That's not a good situation, because we don't have appreciation for plumbing in India, which is a coming up as a technology. You all know how kind of gadgets we are using it in plumbing. So we took at that as a challenge. Initially, it is all funded by the individuals, individual funding. Now we have completed 14 years. I want to share that as a story, and I'm sure definitely looking forward to some kind of a support to grow it further. I had already had a discussion with L&T, and right now I am poised on a stage where I can expand. So we have trained 1,500 plus candidates. Our responsibility as such is providing them a job. You all know the construction industry is unorganized, it works with contractors. So we have ensured that they get a employment which is a monthly salary, not a daily wages, with a standard rate of salary, with typical insurance, group insurance and a safety. And the living conditions on the sites are really, it needs to be looked at the industry actually. It is not a hygienic condition and for a human being. Forget about the 5-star facilities. So we have gone through all these phases of ups and downs, and there is a lot of struggle that we had to went through. We are all working as a volunteer. So I took a retirement in 16, and I am really enjoying this meeting also, because I am meeting and understanding various views of these stalwarts. What is going to be a future India? Even I hear it always that India is the youngest country. But if we don't utilize it, it's a problem for us. I always say to the youth and the fraternities in my career that yes, we are young, but if you don't handle it, it is going to create a havoc. We have a lot of negative air in the atmosphere, which is going to capture your mind. So empty mind is always the devil's house. Yes. So I think we are making a bit there, and I'm sure this conference will definitely help me. I thank all the Navabharat teams. There is one organization, I think probably everybody knows it, which is called as a RCT, which is a Rural Self-Employment Technical Institute, which is a 30-40 years old organization. Motherhood organization is Rural City, which is in Dharmasthala. I came into contact with them about 20 years back actually, but I did not realize the power of it. It's funded by all the lead banks for their benefit of giving the small credit. 1 month course, it is all funded by the banks. There were about 700 such institutions across India. After the skill development ministry, they have gradually reduced it. But it's a very beautiful structured model. So it's a situation like where is industry is also there, or the banking sector is also there, and the CSR activities there. Another example that I have been into, which is not ours, it is a German, is a Bosch Foundation. So Bosch is not a company, it's a foundation. When I looked at that and understood their philosophy, the foundation has a power to drive the company. So that's a completely different approach. I think if Indian corporates look at this as an example and a role model, I'm sure Tatas are doing that the same way. I don't have to challenge about Tata. We have few more things, companies, which I have seen it because I interacted with Tata, I interacted with L&T also. L&T is a huge, is like a semi-government. So when I go and meet them, they are always trying to look at the new things. Latest module that they have added,
Right.
when I interacted with Niranjan Mishra, he is now retired, but he is running a center in Chennai, which is completely engineering MEP.
Correct.
The people here sitting here in civil engineering who understand MEP is a troublesome entity into the entire field. So though I am not from the plumbing area, but I can understand it because I interact with lot of people as a system view.